This video covers the PoleHawk LiDAR Report Tool. If you'd like to generate a LiDAR report, you must first select a project. Click Projects. Select the drop-down. We're going to choose 2021 FR3. You have to have a 3D point cloud and a KML dataset in your project in order for the report to work. So click Reports, LiDAR Report. You'll see three sections here: Inputs, Configure, and Outputs. Select the point cloud source. Select the KMZ placemark source. All of these are derived from the project. KMZ placemark label, this is derived from the KMZ dataset. In this case, we want GS equipment location because that will give us the pole names. The point cloud reference drop-down will show you a list of ASPRS standard feature codes. So in this case, we want code 14, which is wire conductors phases. We're going to be measuring from the wires conductors to the high vegetation, 05 high vegetation. So we'll put in a report name here. You can put in a description if you wish, and then put in a radius measurement. We're going to put in 5 foot here. The number that you put in here will be the distance that it will measure from the wires conductors to the high vegetation. So any measurement within 5 feet will be annotated. Outputs will have an LAS report, a KMZ report, a CSV report, and a PDF report. All you got to do is push generate. Now, I'm not going to push generate because I already have generated one that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to push cancel. Go back to projects. Right here is the report. However, after you push generate, it'll have a little circle going around and around, and it'll show you a percentage icon. Once it's finished, which it might take a little bit of time, go ahead and click the icon. You'll have the LAS report, the PDF report, the CSV report, and the KMZ report. In this case, it detected 50 annotations. So go ahead and turn on visibility. You'll see some annotations come up here. Click the side menu, fly to layer. Wait for it to load. All right. This is the overview of annotations that it created. Let's go ahead and turn on a point cloud. Turn the view mode to classification, and then we'll turn some of the layers off. We don't need all the layers. Leave vegetation, turn these off, and turn road off. That should work. Now let's take a look at this. As you can see, it colored any points within 5 feet yellow, within 3.3 feet orange, and 1.67 feet red. Basically thirds, 5 foot divided by 3. And it created an annotation anywhere there's an encroachment area. In this case, these are all red annotations because there's red points for each one of those. I'll show you. You can turn the individual layers on and off. This is the LAS report. This is the KMZ report, which is the annotations. You can also click the side menu here and download each one of these reports. I'll show you what that looks like. Right here is an example of the reports that were downloaded. You have a CSV, KMZ, an LAS, and a PDF. Let's take a look at the CSV. Oops. You have a header with the report name and some information, the date, and then you have some statistics, yellow, orange, and red annotations within 5 foot, 3.3 foot, and 1.6 feet. You have 20 annotations that are yellow, 14 that are orange, and 15 that are red. Down here you have some rows and columns. You've got nearest pole and second nearest pole. So this lets you know that the area of encroachment is near to this pole, but it also lets you know which span it's in because you have the second nearest pole. This is a really interesting number here, density. Density allows you to have a number of points that are encroaching on the conductor in this case. So because we have a known spacing, a known point spacing of 0.1 meters, we can create volumetric measurements of the encroachment area. So every 1,000 would be equivalent to 1 cubic meter. So this is 3.6 cubic meters of encroachment vegetation. And that helps because you'll know, if you know how much volume of vegetation there is, then it'll help you to know what equipment to use, how much labor it's going to take. It will be useful for a before and after if you need to make a comparison to see if the trimming that is being done for you is sufficient or quality. You've also got longitude and latitude of the encroachment area, and you have distance. In this case, it's within 5 feet, it's within 3.3 feet, it's within 1.67 feet here. I'm going to X out. You've got a KMZ report. It's going to look very much like it did on PoleHawk. You'll see the X-style annotations with the nearest pole number. The nice thing about this is you can load this on a PC or on a mobile device. You can see which trees are causing the problem. And then the LAS report is just a point cloud, and you can open that with a lot of different types of software. I recommend Cloud Compare. It works really well. You can also use it in CAD software. And then we have a PDF report. Let's open that up. Let's go to the top. You have 3 sections to the PDF report. You have the LiDAR report overview. Has the same header information as the CSV. Statistics, just like the CSV did, 20 yellow, 14 orange, 15 red. You have an overview screenshot map, let you know the general area of all the problems. Then you have the index section, and this has basically the same rows and columns as the CSV did, but it's decorated up with the colors. And then you've got the details section, where you have every single annotation has its own detail and its own map with its own icons. You've got a lot of them. So you could end up having a pretty long report. In this case, this is a 28-page report. But you could have hundreds of pages for a larger circuit. So as you can see, the PoleHawk LiDAR report is capable of creating some very detailed reports and in a wide variety of formats. Okay, I think that covers it.